right, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the Sunny Urban Recreation Center here at Rutgers University. This is Mike with Common Guy Sports, back here on the Sunday. Happy Father's Day to all the dads, granddads, stepdads, and uncles, godfathers, and so on. We're probably about 8 minutes away. Be Smart is the meet admins here, and they do a great job getting us on schedule. This is session 3. You're joining us, which is the 12 and unders Sunday session. The menu of events, you see it on the bottom center of your screen. We're starting here with event 25, going through 34 in this session. So that information, bottom center of your screen, will scroll. At the bottom of that, you'll see the web link for Be Smart, and I will put that in the chat too. The chat is open on YouTube, so if you're on a phone, tablet, laptop, you can type into the chat. Please feel free to use that. Give a shout out to a swimmer that you're cheering for from home. I will kind of keep an eye on that and read those out as we get them. Everything looks good on my end. If somebody could put a quick comment or give me a thumbs up in the give me an acknowledgement that everything looks and sounds okay. So the heat sheets are out on that website, Be Smart Inc. 12 and under. So just kind of getting settled in here. We'll be getting started very shortly. Again, this is session 3. If you were not with us yesterday but interested in watching those, you can go back and re-watch those. So yesterday we had 12 and unders to start the day. That was session 1. Then we had 13 and overs in the evening. That was session 2. All right, so we'll be starting with, again, we're starting with event 25. So the girls will be the odd numbers, followed by the boys on the even numbers, and that's going to continue through this whole session. So we have 3 heats for event 25, girls 200 long course meter IM. All right, so real quick overview of the pool here at Rutgers. We will be starting on the right-hand side for anything but 50s. And we have 2 different events with 50s, 27 and 28, which is the backstroke, and 31 and 32, which is a 50 butterfly. Those will start on the left end of the pool. All other races will start on the right end. So at the start, we'll be on this camera, right-hand side, start side. I changed it up a little. I'd love to get feedback on this. Anybody? I put a camera mid-pool. All right, they're just requesting timers here. So this camera is mid-pool. Mid-pool, as you can kind of see in here, see where the lane lines go from the ribbon to the solid? So in that center, there's 3 sections of solid. So that space just to the right of Rutgers is kind of mid-pool. So if you look where those spaces are in the lane lines, so that'll be mid-pool. I'll give a shout-out a couple times. I guess I could drop something on the screen. Maybe we'll do that for fun in a minute. So that's mid-pool. Then we have another camera down at the dive end or the far end. So it's a 50 length going one length of the pool. It's set up in a 50-meter config. So we'll have the swimmers down there. There are touch pads at that side, so we will be getting splits. And then depending on the type of race and where they are and what's going on, I do have a moving camera, so I might zoom in on a swimmer during a period of time. So we see some girls lining up. Let me get something configured, and then we'll be ready to race. All right, so on the top right of your screen, that orange text, if you're new to watching my streams, I will try and keep that updated. That will be the swimmers up next. So in this case, this is the first race. Those are the swimmers that are going to be starting. Now on the top left, I keep the scoreboard on the whole time. You'll be able to look at that and reference that. I can make that a little bit bigger. Let me see if we can grow that a little. All right, we'll leave it there for now and see if we need to adjust it. So at the start of a race, what's going to occur will be on this view. I will overlay the swimmers' names and their lanes at the start. And so with that, so the orange text you see in the top right and the white text you see overlaid, that's all my doing. I'll try and keep it updated and keep you informed if I am falling behind or anything. But that is the same information in this case because that's our first race. What's going to occur is that orange text on the top right will get updated after the start with the swimmers in the next race. So in this case, we have 3 heats for this event, so those would be Heat 2 swimmers. In the case, if it's the last heat of a given event, then it would be the swimmers for the next event, Heat 1. All right, I'll talk you through it. And then when they start, I shut that off. Then we'll transition to mid-pool, far end. Now, when they do start from this side, I will put the names up. I need to just kind of shift that a little, so then they're swimming left to right for the 50s. All right. Any questions? The chat is open. Please feel free. Post something if you have a question or any feedback, comments, suggestions. I'm always open for it. Hi from Indiana, Scott. You should be down at the U.S. Olympic Trials. So if you're not familiar, U.S. Olympic Trials started last night. They're swimming at the Lucas Dome, which is the home of the Indianapolis Colts, the football stadium, and they built pools in there. So most nights, 8 p.m. on NBC, they're doing recaps. Katie Ledecky last night swam, what'd she go? She went sub-4 in the 400 free. Incredible time. And Gretchen Walsh, world record, I believe. And I don't know, somebody help me out. I don't know, 100 fly, 200 fly. All right, now we see the scoreboard updated, top left. And those are going to be the swimmers. So, again, I got to make that. Hold on. We're about to go. All right, I'll adjust the scoreboard. It's cutting off a little of lane 8. Here's the swimmers for our first event. Again, this is 200 yard. I said yard again. 200 meter IM. So, all right, we're underway. Now, the top right has the entries for Heat 2 of this race. All right, so now we are mid-pool. I'll give a quick, so again, as they come out of the ribbon part of so they're out of that first, if you would, third of the pool. The lead swimmer, middle of the pool, lane 4, that's about halfway right there before they hit the ruckers coming this way, right to left. All right, lane 1, top of your screen. I was a little early there, sorry. Here they come into the far end. Lane 1, top of the screen. Lanes 4 and 5 have the black lane lines. So that is lane 5 that's leading, going under the flags there. That is Carissa Wang, lane 5. Again, this is Heat 1 of 3 for the ladies. Okay, so at that point, they're transitioning. That's a 50-meter complete. They're transitioning to backstroke. Again, top left is the scoreboard for the swimmers in the pool. Top right is the swimmers for the next heat, which will be Heat 2 of 3 here. All right, so here's our lead swimmer, lane 5, followed by 4. Okay, that's 100 meters complete. Transitioning to the breaststroke. We'll stay here for a second. So we'll see lane 2 up there. Bailey Gardner about to turn. and then lane 7. So we're pretty split up. Let me jump back to a little wider view here. All right. Hope everybody's having a good day. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there, all the dads. All right, so here's a 150 for the lead swimmers. They'll transition at this point on the wall and go freestyle back for the last 50 meters. So we are getting splits at that left-hand side. Some of them are at .02. I know some of those were a little funky, but all right, we'll go to a little wider view. A lot of energy here today. Hopefully you can hear that in the background. I'll turn it up a little. All right. I have a new leader here in this heat. That is lane 3, Lee Wang. Okay, and into the wall. That's lane 3, low time here. All right, so the dashes on the scoreboard, that's just an indication that the backup or the timer behind the blocks, 3:22 for Lee, came in on a 3:35, so about a 12 and change drop there. Nice job, Lee. Oh, I got to change that. All right, so on that scoreboard, top left of your screen, again, I keep that on the whole time. The rightmost column there, you see it for where it says 5, 1, 3, 2, 4. That is the finish order. We do not have running order. We just get finish order. Okay, there's lane 7 coming in on the touch, 4:02 for Monica, and Sarah up in 1. Okay, so the names you see in the top right with the orange, those are the swimmers about to step up. That'll be our heat 2 of 3. And here are their lane assignments. Now on the top right are the entries for heat 3. Okay, underway, heat 2 of 3. Okay. All right, here's our swimmers going left to right. 50 meters complete. All right, now we see the field there. So that is lane 6 leading out. Alexia. Okay, so that's a 100 split there. All swimmers will transition to the butterfly. Again, lane 1, top of your screen, lane 8 at the bottom. So this will be 150 as they touch the wall at the far end. Or touch the bulkhead, I should say, to be technically correct. So if you're not familiar, that white contraption is known as the bulkhead. That is movable. So all those starting blocks and that whole thing slide down to configure the pool for a 25. All right. So here's our swimmers freestyling at home. Slight lead with lane 3. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. So this is 3 and 6. Again, the black lines are lanes 4 and 5 in the middle of the pool. Looks like lane 6 first to the wall. It's Alexia, 2:53.22. She came in on a 3:02, so about a 9-second drop, 9.2. Nice job. Angelina up in 1 came in on a 3:20 seed time, just went 3:06.31. Nice drop. And Yaren in 8 came in on a 3:25, went 3:12. Underway, heat 3. So the thinking here with this camera, kind of mid-pool, you get a gauge, which swimmer had a good first 25 meters. So hopefully you find that useful. Now here's the swimmers at the far end. Again, this is heat 3 of 3. The other thing on those heat sheets that are available on the website from Be Smart is the silver and gold times. All right, so here's the rest of the field coming in at the 50. So again, a 50-meter pool setup here. I might say 25 at times. I might say yards at times, but it is a 50-meter kind of Olympic. It is Olympic-style setup here. All right. So this is lane 6. Chloe Lynn, first to turn here at the 100 split. We'll go breaststroke now, right to left, and then after that, freestyle left to right. Top right of the screen are the boys for their first heat up next. It'll be heat 1 of 3. And so running order here is lane 6 to the left side of your screen, and then 3 and 5. All right, so this will be 150. They'll turn at this point and have freestyle home. All right, we'll jump down to the finish wall here. All right, lane 6, Chloe Lynn goes low time 2:43. She came in on a 2:47.28. So that's a 4.1 something. 4.17. Nice job. 256, 256. 245. Okay, we have one swimmer out in lane 4. So this is the last heat of event 25. Now we'll move to the boys' side of this same 200 IM. Okay, here is the swimmers. Heat 1 of 3 for the boys. Top right are the entries for heat 2. So in these races, when we have a smaller field, kind of gives me the liberty of doing a little tighter zoom. So lane 3 towards the top of your screen here, 4 and 5, next going downward. All right, yesterday we had a little issue with this camera. There was some interference, so we changed it up. Hopefully this works better today. All right, again, the intent of this camera is kind of mid-pool, so right about there is mid-pool. So the way to see it, you see how the lane lines have the candy stripe or ribbon towards the end? They're basically in segments of 3. So in that middle, there's 3 segments of solid color. So that would be the mid-pool. All right, that's all 100 splits there for everybody. So lead swimmer here in lane 5, Hudson Wang, followed by Bora Taskin in 4, and David Knoll is up in lane 3. All right, so this will be 150 meters complete, freestyling at home. So lead swimmer Hudson Wang in 5 came in on a 4:02 seed time. We're definitely dropping on that. And Bora in 4 came in on a 3:52. Looks like we're going low there. Lower, sorry. All right, 3:21. Again, Hudson's an 11-year-old. Nice job there. Came in on a 4:02. Bora dropping time too. Love the camaraderie, too. It took him a second to get his attention, but all right, I'm making you dizzy there. Okay, let's go up top. Here's our Heat 2 swimmers. Underway, Heat 2 of 3. Names on the top right are the Heat 3 swimmers. So if you are just joining us, this is the second event. We started this session on event number 25, which was the girls 200 IM. We had 3 heats there. We are now on the second event, halfway through. This is heat 2 of 3. That's our lead swimmer in lane 3, Matthew Chapman, to turn at the 100-meter. He'll go to breaststroke now. If at any point, if you were coming to see the girls' event number 25, you can rewind at any point. Doesn't affect anybody else. And then you can, catch up or jump ahead, jump back for things during the thing, or you could just pick it up later and start watching. Okay, again, Matthew Chapman in 3, lead swimmer, followed by lane 6, Anthony Maxwell. Then to his right will be Henry Walters, and then Musa Afifi in 4. And up in 2 is Nathan Fong. So that's lane 3, lead swimmer. He'll turn here, freestyle back for his final 50 meters. Top right are the entries for the final heat. All right, here we come into the finish. Lane 3, Matthew Chapman. Matthew came in on a seed of 2:25.63, swam a 3:09. Nice drop, Matthew. Jacob down in 7, came in I'm sorry. Where are we going? Second place, 3:21 for Anthony, dropping 5 seconds off his 3:26 seed. Nice job. So I was looking a little ahead up in the next heat. You see it on the top right, lane 4. Aniel Mendel, his seed is right off of gold time. He's on a 2:53.32. Gold for him is 2:53.19. So we're pulling for him there. Drop a little time. Here we go. Final heat. Again, if you're interested in those gold or silver times, they are on the heat sheets on the website, so you'll see it. Scroll down the bottom center of your screen in a second. Be Smart Inc. BESMARTTINC. There it is right now on your screen. And then they'll have the heat sheets, and that has the qualifying times should any of the kids be going for a silver or gold. If you're not familiar, kind of silver and gold are different time standards, and then there's meets at the end of the year, if you would, like a championship meet. So you need to qualify under that time to be eligible, invited, because they're considered invitationals. And then consider it, a all-star or a different way of qualifying for additional meets. So now on the top right of your screen, you see those 4 names. That is the next event, which is a 50 backstroke. We have 9 heats for the ladies. All right. Tight one here. That's lanes 3, 4, and 5. 3 towards the top as they come under the flags. Slight lead for Angel or Angel there in 4, splitting 43-47 on his back. So again, if you're not familiar, the way the seeding is working, so every swimmer comes with a seed time, basically the best time they've swum that given event, and then they're sorted, and they're put into groups of 8 ultimately. With the the last heat here, heat 3 was the 8 fastest or lowest seed times, and then within that seeding, the swimmers with the fastest times are put into lanes 4 and 5. So this is very traditional, where you see swimmers in the middle of the pool having the lead in a sense because they came in with lower times. So you will see some scenarios. Again, we're looking, looks like we're going under that 2:53 for a gold time for lane 4. He was right off it. Yeah, congratulations. Look like we're getting it. Nice, 2:49.62. And a couple others, the Mariners in 3 and 5, just got to check there. Obviously, yeah, that was an 11:12 gold time, so we have a couple qualifiers there. So 11:12 gold was 2:53. 10 and under gold is 3:15. So middle of the pool, well, let's look at Santiago. Santiago, he's a 10-year-old. Looks like he qualified gold too there. Again, I'm just going off this. Potentially, hopefully there's no scratches or anything. But it looks like we have some boys that are going to be checking things off and marking the calendar. So those events are towards the end of the year. I don't have the actual dates. We might be back for the gold coverage, so keep an eye. Again, Common Guy Sports is the YouTube channel. This is Mike. Here's our, oh, shucks, we're down the other end. 5. There we are. All right. Forgot we're swimming 50s left to right. This is heat 1 of 9. So the reason being, swimming this left to right, behind the blocks on the start side, which is typically also the finish side for 100s and 200s, are timing volunteers. So with the luxury of having starting blocks at both ends of this pool, those volunteers do not need to move. So it saves a lot of time, especially when you need to walk the 50 meters. So a lot of times you'll see in other pools, probably, your Y pool or, any 25 setup, that they only start at one end and the timers need to go to the other end. So it is a convenience and time saving. So here we come, looks like lane 3, low time here. All right, again, those dashes look like lane 3, Maliana. Oh, I didn't update this. Give me 1 second, let me update. I'll explain the dashes in a second. All right, let's jump down to the start end. This is going to be our heat 2. So those dashes indicate when one of the volunteers behind the blocks pushes it's called the button or the plunger, which is tied into the timing system. And that's the way visually it shows up on the scoreboard. Now with the younger kids, as they come into the wall, especially on the backstroke, their touch when they hit the wall with their hand doesn't register a lot of the times, and that's when we see that. So seeing those dashes isn't overly concerning, it's just an indication. But those parent volunteers behind, most time parents, but the volunteers behind also have stopwatches. So as a secondary backup, there is timers. There's 2 separate stopwatch times which are also recorded. All right, this is heat 2 of 9. Names for heat 3 on the top right of your screen. Keep an eye bottom of your screen. There's a sign that says no standing. All right, there's a little quick shout out to Father's Day with the great cap, bottom center. Just ignoring the sign that says no standing right at his hip. All right, jump back to the far side. Here we go, starting up This is Heat 3. Sorry I didn't recognize any great times. There's a 50 in lane 4. So Amanda Wu, last one, maybe, 9-year-old, came in at 53.88, posted a 50.96. Low time, 48.94 in the last one. That was Heat 2. Izzy Tig came in at 59.32. Sorry about that, Izzy. Awesome swim. I missed that because I was a little distracted. All right, let's jump. I'm sorry again. 47.97 there. Woo, that was Heat 3. Nice swim there. Came in on 53.88. I didn't update these. Hold on one second. All right, names are now updated for Heat 4. Underway. Top right of your screen is the entries, or are the entries for Heat 5 up next. Again, we have 9 heats. This is Heat 4 in the water. Names for 5, top right. Really close heat here. Keep an eye on lane 1. Lara going low there, 50.95, dropping off her 53.57. Nice job, Lara, up in 1. Here we go, Heat 5. Names top right for Heat 6. All right, middle of the pool, that's lane 5. So the flags, a little hard to see. She's going right under the flags now. This camera is right in line with the flags, intentionally, just so we can have a point of reference, either on the start or at the finish, who's at that point off the wall. All right, low time there, lane 5. I'm sorry, that was Charlie in 5, 48.22. Dropping off a 48 with the 45.48. Nice job. Here we are, Heat 6. Top right, names for 7. So the golds here are 47.19 for 10 and under, 39.69 for the 11, 12-year-olds. So I'm looking ahead. We do have some people in the last heat already qualifying for golds. Looks like lane 7 first under the flags. And she goes low. No, lane 4 out touched. Jocelyn, 44.61. This is Heat 7 in the pool. Names for 8 are updated on the top right. This is a tight one across the board here. Low time, 42.11 for Jessica in 2. That's almost a 2-second drop for Jessica. Here we go with 8. Names for 9, top right. That'll be the final heat. And then we have 6 heats on the boys' side. Again, mid-pool is just after they pass that Rutgers label on the bottom, right about now for the lead swimmer there in 5. This is Samantha Casales in 5 as she hits the flags here. Dropping over a second, came in 39.95, so 1.05. Nice drop, Samantha. All right, here we are, final heat. This is 9. We're off. Top right is heat 1 of 6 for the boys. Again, 11-12, gold is 39.69. Low time, Marcelina in 4, 35.88. Just off her seed. It's a great time, though. All right, jump down to the far end for the boys. Heat 1 of 6. Nice job, ladies. Names for Heat 2, top right of your screen. So for the boys, 10 and under gold time is 46.19. 11-12 is a 39.69. Couple guys in the final heat right off that gold time. So we'll be pulling for them a little bit later. And real quick, so the silver time for 10 and under is 52.89. Silver for 11-12, 43.59. Low time here, that's lane 6. Bart coming in. Why don't I have, I didn't have a name. So I didn't have a seed time for Bart. Might have been a last minute ad, wasn't in the sheet. Made it to the scoreboard though. Here's heat 2. Is this correct? What's going on here? Why is the scoreboard doesn't? There it goes. Scoreboard was not updating. This is heat 2 of 6. Names for 3 on the top right. So as I said, we have 6 heats here. Then we'll go to the 100 long course meter freestyle. So if you see LC anywhere in the documentation, that stands for a long course, meaning 50 meters, 50 yards, depending on whatever pool. Or you might see SC for short course. Dad's back. Says it right. All right, sorry, I was a little slow with the names there. Trying to clean up the view. All right, this is heat 3. Names for 4 on the top right of your screen. Keep an eye on lane 8, bottom of your screen. And he goes low there, 48. Oh, wait. Did I miss lane 1? Lane 1, 38.96. Owen Wright. Sorry about that, Owen. Came in on a 52.15. Smoked it. All right. Oh, and if mom and dad say no to ice cream, come find me. Sorry about that. Here we go. Heat 4 underway. Names for 5, top right of your screen. Again, we have 6 total heats here. Lane 3, first to the wall. So those dashes, again, there's just the button. So Hudson Wong went low time there. Don't ignore that 47 that it posted. He was better than that. He was in a 43 something. This is heat 5 of 6. Top right, those are the entries for the final heat. See those boys walking out on the bulkhead, getting ready to go. Real quick here, I didn't show this. Let me show this real quick as the guys come up. Bottom left of your screen. This is a view from that kind of where they're starting. So that's kind of, if you were to look down the pool, that's what it would look like. So, stepping on the kids, sorry. Tight one here, lanes 4 and 5, middle of the pool. Running in 4, 41.56. Dropping about 0.3. All right, here's the final heat. Top right of your screen are the ladies up next. Again, gold times here for 10 and under, 46.19, 39.69 for the 11, 12-year-olds. Nice job in the center of the pool. They already had times. I was what was it, 39? Awesome, lane 2. That was the one I was looking. Felipe, you were 39.78. You just went 39.42. Awesome. That's a gold time. You were the one I was looking at. I said, you're right off it. I said, I hope he gets it. He did. Nice job. All right, here we go. Heat 1 of 9 for the 100 freestyle. I got to turn this on and make this a little different. 3 ladies, middle of the pool. Well, guess we had 1 scratch. Heat 1 of 9, 100-meter freestyle. So this will be 2 lengths down and back. I'll get those names updated on the top right in a second. Just trying to. Normally call this the grandma cam. Since it's Father's Day, we'll call it the grandpa cam. Zooming in, giving you a close-up on the swimmers. Top right are the entries for Heat 2. This is lane 4. It's a little cut off, I think, Monroe. This is lane 3, Moliana. All right, again, I showed this a little while ago. If you were standing at the, let her get out of it. If you were standing at the end looking all the way down, that is daunting. Good job to these 6 and 8-year-olds. Nice job. Here's our entries, Heat 2. Names are updated on the top right for Heat 3. We have 9 total heats here. First to turn up there, lane 1, Izzy, splitting a 45.97. All right, this is our lead swimmer, lane 1, Izzy Teague. All right, lane 1, first to the wall, Izzy with a 137.82, dropping tons of time off her 2:00.50. Second to the wall, 149.90, Juliana Shaw in 3. Juliana is a 10-year-old. All right, here's our entries for Heat 3. All right, top right, Heat 4. So this is event number 29. You can see bottom center of your screen where we are and where we're going. So 29 is the girls. We'll have the boys as event 30 as a part of the 100 freestyle. And then we have a couple 50s, 50 butterflies. So the other part on that heat sheet, it does include sort of a estimated time frame. So we are going up to event 34 with the final race estimated to go off at 3:17 p.m. It is 2:03 real time. You can see that on the scoreboard, top left of your screen, the top right of that window. So a little over an hour approximately left of swimming for this session. Then there's a little bit of break, and then we're back with the 13 and overs for the final session. That is lane 4, Amanda Wu leading out here. Amanda came in on a 143 seed, 143.28. She goes 132.35. It's an 11-second drop. And Amanda's a 9-year-old, so 132. What is a 9? Gold is 127, so just off that. I don't know, did she get a silver? What was it, 132.35. Oof, just off a silver, 130. Oh, wait, yeah. Silver is 139. Nice job. Shucks, I didn't update those names. Let me just pop it on the screen real quick. Here's the names of the swimmers that are in the pool now. Sorry about that, ladies. Names on the top right are Heat 5 swimmers. All right, I hope everybody's enjoying the coverage. The chat is open on YouTube, so if you're on your phone, tablet, or computer, there is the ability to chat, give me feedback, ask questions. Let me know everything still looks and sounds okay. Low time here, that's lane 6, 132.28 for Emma Halford. Dropping off her 141.47. Nice job, Emma. Here we go with Heat 5. Names on the top right are Heat 6. 9 total heats here for this event. And then look forward, the men or the boys have 7 heats. That is lane 6. Samantha Casalvas, we said her name a little earlier, on a significant drop. She came in on a 135.56. There's Samantha going under the flags. 35.12. Nice 118.94. Just off of silver time. Silver here is 117.29. So about a second and a half off of silver. Great drop, though, Samantha. 118. Yeah, so the Lena in 5, I don't know, there was a bad touch there. All right, here we go, heat 6. Names top right are heat 7 swimmers. That's lane 5, first to turn. Leah Wang, 38.99 split. $120.96 for Leah, dropping off a 125.7 seed, almost 5-second drop. Nice job. That was heat 6. Here's entries for 7 now. Top right of your screen are the entries for 8. Elizabeth in 7 with the lead here. As we look. Elizabeth came in on a 124.5 seed. Nice drop. About 8 seconds, a little bit more than 8. All right, here we go. Heat 8 of 9. We'll get the names updated on the top right. They're updated for Heat 9 up next. Here we go at 8. Almost even coming to the wall at the 50. 36 is in the center of the pool. Real quick shout out here. Lane 5, Julianne Roldan, is a 9-year-old. It's her in the red cap here. Low time, lane 4, Whitney Walkins, 1:13.47. Dropping a little on her, 1:13.51. Final heat here. All right, this is final heat, heat 9. 7 heats on the guys coming up next. Heat 1 of 7 for the guys, top right of your screen. That's up next. Lanes 4 and 5 to the wall, almost even. 106.64, 106.73, low time. Aliana roll down. We're assuming Julianne's sibling. Nice job, ladies. All right, heat 1 of 7. Names for heat 2 are updated top right. So I am streaming this in high definition. 1080p is kind of the number. That's the number of horizontal lines that I'm pushing out. So hopefully if you're watching this on a large TV, the quality should be pretty good. If it looks a little grainy on your side, there is the ability to go and select a specific resolution. So maybe your TV did not choose the highest one. Or similarly, if you're watching this like on a computer with a 32-inch or bigger monitor, it might look grainy if you're full screen, and then just kind of go and click the gear on the bottom and select the 1080 entry. If you are on your phone or tablet, you should be fine at a lower resolution. And if you're on cellular, if you're concerned about saving data, you can drop down and choose a lower number. Again, this stream will be available to rewatch later tomorrow, next week, next year, provided Google keeps YouTube going, which obviously I think they will. I'd like to thank Cougar Aquatic for bringing me out to cover this. It's kind of a pleasure and an honor to cover the kids. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there celebrating. Any of the kids watching, do something nice for Dad. A quick note, a high five. If you can take him, punch him in the shoulder, and he'll appreciate that. All right, underway, heat 2. I mean that in the kindest way of a love tap on the shoulder. Names for Heat 3, top right of your screen. So if you're wondering why there's no swimmer in 8 in this heat, the first heat had 3 swimmers. So if they took one of those swimmers and put them in this heat, lane 8, then you'd have 2 swimmers in the first heat. So it's a math problem, right? Everything divided by 8 gives you a remainder unless you have something directly divisible. And they don't want to put 1 or 2 swimmers in a heat all by themselves. So they basically pull another swimmer from the heat 2 down to heat 1 to make that a group of 3. So that's why you'll see some empty lanes in the second heat. So again, the way the software works, everybody has their seed time. So it takes the 8 fastest, puts them in a heat at the end, and then works up back to heat 1. And then whatever the remainder is, it does a little figuring out to make sure that there's not 1 or 2 swimmers. What we did have yesterday, we had a scenario where heat 1 on the ladies' side for the 400. Nice drop there, Lane. Henry Walters in 3 went 127.59 off a 145.16. 30, 15, 18 seconds? 17 something. Nice job, Henry. But we had a scenario in the 400 free where there's 3 women in the heat 1 and 4 guys, so they basically ran those together. That's the other thing that the management, Be Smart, will take care of to move things along. So this is heat 3. One other last tidbit, if you look on the top left, see that green line on the scoreboard? That is, you'll see it change colors as the race starts. Now it's red. So that's an indication that the scoreboard is ready for the next race. So the starter, the official, we'll get into a little bit more. Hopefully people find it interesting. I'm assuming some people are pretty new to swimming, having 8 and 9-year-olds and maybe even 11 and 12s. So we'll talk about something a little bit more. So top right of your, 3 is in the water, 4 is on the top right of your screen. Again, that color changes, so the official that's on deck, and I'll show you those officials when we come back in a second, that they can look at the scoreboard and understand that the timing system is ready for the start. So that's purely intentional that changes colors. And if you're familiar with the Colorado, that's when Colorado is in what's known as reset mode. Basically that the last race has been acknowledged to be done and we're ready for another race. All right, we must put fast water because I thought that was lane 3 last race, right? Yeah, Henry Walters went low time in lane 3. Got another guy going lane 3. This is Owen Wright. Owen came in on a 138.01, and he just swam a 120.51. Nice job, Owen. All right, here comes the rest of the field. All right, and as this is heat 3 finishing. So real quick up here, here's the officials that are doing the starting. So you see the lady in the middle took the microphone, and that also has a button which then indicates the start, which from here you'll see that top right next to the red pole, you'll see a flash of light. All right, so that is for any of the hearing impaired, a way to see that the start is occurring, and then there's also the audible. All right, so that she picks up a microphone, and it actually so it has a traditional, think of a CB for anybody from the old school, has a button on the side to talk, and then there's a second button to push to say start the race, which then initiates the audible beep and then the strobe light. So if you watch enough of my coverage, you'll learn all the tidbits and useless information about running a swim meet. If this is heat 4 in the water, I need to update names for 5. All right, top right of your screen are the names for 5. One other thing, we'll take a quick second. So I mentioned the touch pads. If you look at this picture back here, see that thing hanging up? That is the pad that's put into the water that can measure when the swimmer touches. So they are basically dropped in, they're Velcroed to the wall, and then they have a wire that comes out. So there is additional ones out there always as backups should they fail. And the way they work, the best way to think about it, think of a metal screen like on a screen door. That's inside there. Low time here, lane 4, Charlie Kovacs, 127. Dropping off is 129.05. So inside that, I didn't update this. Hold on, folks. Here we go at Heat 5, names correctly. Underway. So inside that touchpad, basically, there's two pieces like metal screening with an airspace between, and as the swimmers come in, they push on it, and those two pieces of metal touch, and that's what registers. Basically creates a little short in there, and that's what registers the time. Wrong way. Heat 5 in the water. Names for 6 are updated on the... No, they're not. Yes, they are. Top right. Lane 3 here, Cooper Wong, first to turn, 36-26 split. Do a little quick ISO on Cooper here, our lead swimmer. Came in on a 121.80. See him about to go under the flags. Nice drop, Cooper. 115.39. This is Heat 5. Cooper is an 11-year-old. So that's a silver time for him. Here we go with heat number 6 of 7. Names for the final heat, 7 of 7, top right of your screen. Again, lane 1, top of your screen, lane 8 at the bottom. Keep an eye, Oliver Wasco in 8. 10-year-old. Center pool, that's lane 5, Jaden Pineda. Looks like Jaden's dropping off his 116.30. Nice 110.06. That's a 6-second drop. 113 down the bottom. Oliver Wasco, 113.97. Came in on a 119.25. That's like a 5.8 drop. All right, final heat. Here we are, heat 7. Top right are the ladies for their first heat of the next event, which is 50-meter butterfly. 7 heats for the ladies after this. This is 7 of 7 for the men, the guys, the boys. That is lane 4, Jack Almeyer. leading the boys home. Jack right on his seed. Jonathan in 6th. Second low time there, 107. Jonathan dropping about 3.5 there, 107.33 on a 111.02, so 3 3/4. All right, here we got to jump to the far. Don't we have 50? What's going on? Yeah, we're at 50. We're down here. Sorry. All right. This is heat 1 of 7, 50-meter butterfly. Names for heat 2, top right. So this was scheduled to start at 2:37 p.m. It is 2:29, so we're running a little early. This is event 31. We're going up to event 34, which had a last race estimated at 3:17, so maybe that goes at 3:10. So only about 40 minutes left of swimming. I don't know if anybody out there is watching this to gauge on a pickup or something, but we are 10 minutes early. And the stream is somewhat, should take about 20 seconds from delay from here real time to when you see it, provided you're watching it real, that you have in live mode, that you haven't paused or gone back. That's lane 4, first to the wall. Ava Newsom, 56.51. Big drop there. Ava came in on a 102.33. Nice drop, 6 seconds. Sorry, 5.8. Big drop up there. Lane 1, the time initially, well, it has a 17 split. I think she came in on that like 110 something. Eliana had a 130.67 seed, so huge drop. Oh, I was at the wrong end. That's what happened. All right, sorry. I'll put the names up in a second. Here's the names with their lane assignments. Sorry, ladies. My hand gets into like a motor memory thing, tapping left to right versus right to left. All right, this is heat 2 in the water. The names for 3 are updated on the top right of your screen. Looks like lane 3 leading him out. That's Amanda Wu. Amanda came in on a 55.10 seed. There's a nice drop. 5 and change. Okay, here we go, heat 3. Names for 4, top right. Jia Liang there in lane 4. Looks to go low time here, dropping off her 47.86. Nice job. All right. So just above the names, you see the two officials to the left and the right of the pole, and you see the box that's on a tripod. You'll see a flash, the light flashing on that. That is the starting box. Heat 4 in the pool. Names for 5, top right of your screen. That's lane 6. Looks to be going low. Serena. .4.15 second drop for Serena on her seed time. Nice job. Heat 5. It's getting loud in here. This is heat 5 of 7. Looks like Samantha Casales in 3, slight lead. Challenged by lane 6. Big push at the end from 6. Jacque 40-29 on her 41-44 seed. That's over a second drop. Here we go, heat 6. Names for the 7, the final heat, top right of your screen. Gold time for 11-12s is 37:39. Couple ladies right on that. Lane 2 gets it, 36-12. Julia, nice drop. You qualified gold there. Came in on a 38.60, which was above that 37.39. So anything sub 37.39 there, gold qualifiers. Nice job, ladies. All right, final heat. Then we have the boys' names on the top right of your screen. So the gold for 10 and under is 47.09. So we have a couple 10-year-olds here. 11-12 gold is 37.39. That's lanes 4 and 5, middle of your pool. Valiana goes low, 32.24. Drop in time. Well, for a 32.38, way to improve. 36. All right, first heat for the guys. So there was a late entry I did not have, lane 7 there. They might have updated the heat sheets right after I pulled them. All right, this is event 32, just a couple events after this. So we'll go to 33, which is 100 breaststroke, 6 heats for the ladies. And then after that, we go to event 34, which is the guys. We have 4 heats there. So moving right along. Again, this is session 3 of 4. If you're here early looking for the 13 and overs, that'll be session 4 a little bit later. There's a big drop, 50-63, lane 7. Oh, that's one I didn't have a seed time. Sorry. You see the name on the board, though. Kashagra. we got to jump back to far end. Up, up, up. Hold on, folks. That'll get updated in a second. There's our correct names. This is heat 2 of 6. Names for heat 3, top right. That's lane 3, first to the wall. Bora Taskin. That's not a right time, but he didn't swim in 2065, but he definitely was low time there. He had a 55.46 seed. So definitely improved on that. I didn't catch the time, but they will have a manual time from behind the blocks. Next heat. All right, this is heat 3 in the water. Wait, did I mess up? Oh, that was I was looking backwards. Heat 3 in the water. The names for 4 on the top right of your screen. I might not have updated the names, and I displayed them again. So at the beginning of this race, I'm sorry, those names might have been incorrect. I'll admit I was a little hung up there. So in the heat 2 in lane 8 was an Isaac Sue. So I'm from Chatham, and there's a great high school hockey player named Isaac Sue, and I was kind of distracted by that, so I apologize. So this is the end of heat 3. Always refer to the scoreboard on the top left. The names for 4 are on the top right of your screen. I have those updated. We'll jump back here, and hopefully this is correct now. Top right is the entries for heat 5. Again, I got to admit, starting at that left side kind of messes me up. This is 4 in the water. Names on the top right are heat 5. We have 6 total heats. Keep an eye on lane 8. Owen Wright came in on a 47.96. Is he going high 30s? Almost mid 30s. 36.49. Huge drop there, Owen Wright. Came in 47.96. Nice job. And that would be classified as outside smoke there, lane 8. Here it is, heat 5 of 6. Names for final heat, top right of your screen. Again, if you're just joining us, and if you've been with us, sorry to sound so repetitive, but mid-pool is just after the Rucker, so like right there in that section. You see the little spacing on the lane lines. So it would be the midpoint of that middle red lane line section. And the flags are right there, the boys going under it. So lane 4 here, Oliver Wasco goes low, 38 flat. Oliver came in on a 40.79, so a 2.79 drop. Nice job, Oliver. Shucks, those are not right. Hang on. They'll get updated in a second. Now they're correct. All right, final race here, final heat of this event. And then we'll move on to 100 breaststroke. And those names for the ladies, top right of your screen. Tight one here. We got to go inside. Let's get. Wow, close. 33.52 to 33.78. Jonathan Montesano from Mariners, racing Jack, also another Mariner, Madison area, M-A-Y. 33.52 for Jonathan. All right, ready, page down, Jonathan. All right, just off his seed time. Jack dropping. Jack came in on a 35.91. Here's our entries. 100 breaststroke. 6 heats for the ladies. Heat 2 entries, top right. So again, it worked out kind of based on the total number of entries. Heat 1 had 3 swimmers. Heat 2 has an empty lane. All right. Again, normally I refer to this as Grandma Cam, but for today it's Grandpa Cam. That's Kiki in lane 5, leading him home. Nice job, ladies. That is the end of Heat 1 of 6. Here's our entries for Heat 2. Top right of your screen are Heat 3 entries. So on the left-hand side, on that bulkhead part, you see the 2 officials there. So those are stroke judges, validating that there is no infractions, that when they turn, they're going to turn with 2 hands touching. So each one is responsible for 4 lanes of the pool. If you do see them raise their hand, that's indication that they've observed the infraction. Real quick, we'll pan down. Where's lane 8? Unfortunately, I can't see lane 8 from this. Oh, lane 8 is empty. That's why I can't see it. All right, here's 7 and 6. That's lane 4. Here we have 1, 2, and 3, one towards the top of your screen. And lane 5. All right, low time here is Jenny in 4, 2:02.67. Dropping time off for 2:14.68. That's 12.01. Thanks for making the math easy, Jenny. Thank you. Here's our Heat 3 entries about to go. Names for 4, top right. So unfortunately, swimmer in 7, I don't know if you caught it right when she turned, reached up, she had lost her goggles. Persevering through it, though. Nice job, Margot. Slowing her down, too. They're dragging off her left shoulder there. Here's some chants from the fans. Go, Margot. Nice job there. All right, this was Heat 3. Margot still dropping 6 seconds off her 2:00.55. Nice job. Here we go, Heat 4. Names for 5, top right. So I got to give a real shout out there. Margot Stewart in that last one, 8-year-old. Persevering through, losing the goggles. And dropping time. So nice job, Margot. All right, this is Heat 4, 4 of 6. Lanes 4 and 5 almost touching simultaneous, 51-24, 51-92. Carissa Wang, and then Amelia Jensen. Wrong camera. This is lane 6, 7, and 8. Real quick, here's 1, 2, and 3. Then we'll jump to the finish. All right, looks like lane 5, Amelia Jensen there, 147.55. Dropping off her 148.23. 56. All right, that was heat 4. All right, here's our entries for heat 5 of 6. And on the top right are entries for heat 6 up next. So gold qualifying here for 10 and unders is 155.79. 11, 12-year-olds is 136.99. Some swimmers in this heat right on the verge of that gold time. Madeline Hackett in 5 is a 10-year-old. She came in on a 137.46. So she's right at that, almost at that gold time for 11, 12-year-olds. This is a look at lanes 3, 4, and 5. 3 towards the top of your screen. Three and 4 look to be touching simultaneous. 136.67, 136.70. Anna Q goes low there, dropping time off her 137.27. What did I say the gold was? Hold on, let's get the names up. 136.99, so just off that. Final heat. All right, heat 1 of 4 for the guys. Up next is on the top right of your screen. That's lane 4, Abby Fang, first to turn there, 43.15, followed by lane 5, 44.96. That is Lan Lan Tang in 5. That's our lead swimmer, pink cap, lane 4. $127.5 was Abby's seed time. Just off that, 128.89. That's an impressive time there. Again, 11-12 gold. Abby's a 10-year-old. 11-12 gold is 136. Abby just went 128.8. Awesome job. Here's the guys. First heat, heat 1 of 4. Names for heat 2, top right. All right, folks, this is the final event. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. This is Mike, Common Guy Sports. We're back for session 4 in a little bit. I think there's probably an hour break with warm-ups and so on. We'll go out. We'll check golf scores. We'll check swimming updates. If you're not familiar, U.S. Swimming Trials is going on right now. Started yesterday in Indianapolis. They built a pool inside the football stadium. So go to social media. There's plenty of posts. I'll recommend one guy to follow. His name is Ryan Sockwell. I did it again. Kyle Sockwell. He's a ex-swimmer from Arizona State. Does a fabulous job promoting swimming. He's at the trials. Check out his Instagram page. Does some really neat stuff. So if you would, he's kind of like the Rowdy Gaines for the younger generation. And I think most nights, 8 o'clock, NBC, they're doing highlights. And there was some exciting stuff that happened yesterday. Katie Ledecky went sub-4 in the 4 free. And a world record was broken by Gretchen Walsh. So, all right. This is heat 1. I'm sorry, let's give a little ISO here. This is lane 5, Samuel. And lane 3, 4. All right, he's finishing. All right, we'll jump back. We'll hone in on lane 4. And we have one swimmer in 6. All right, that was heat 1. Here's the entries for heat number 2. Names for heat 3, top right of your screen. Scott Stewart, I see your comment. I totally agree. Great job, Margot. That's kind of impressive for a young lady like that. So, all right, here's a look at lanes 4, 3, and 2. 4 in the bottom of your screen. There's lane 5. Six and 7. I'm sorry, I missed 1. Where's 1? Now let's go get 1. All right. First to the wall, Hunter in 4. 143. Dropping off a 200. So a 16.8. All right, I didn't do an ISO on 8 yet, so that is 7 and 6 finishing. And here's 8 coming into view. We'll kind of try and pick him up. Did I update that? Yeah, okay, here we go. Heat 3 entries. Names on the top right are Heat 4. So this is 3 in the pool. 4 names top right. That'll be the final race for this session. Gold time, 10 and under is 155.99. 11, 12-year-old gold, 137.79. All right, this is lanes 4 and 5. And then towards the bottom of your screen, that's lane 7 challenging. Let's go ahead over top. Close one here. So that's 4 and 5 in the middle, 7 towards the bottom. Lane 5, Bishan Hugh, 146.6. Dropping off a 149.56. Almost 3 seconds. Nice job. 156 for, no, 146. Musa. That's almost 9-second drop. So hold on. Let's get these. Yeah, these are correct. Here we go with the final heat. In that last race, lane 7, Mousa Afifi, huge drop. He came in on a 155.5. Was that like a 146 and change? Almost 9? Got to go back, double check that, but a huge drop, lane 7 in the last one. All right, this is the final race. All right, tight one, top of your screen, 2, 3, and 4. 44s, that's interesting. So Arthava in 4, 44.98 was the low split there. This is lanes 2, 3, and 4, 4 towards the bottom. All right, look towards the top right of your screen. Low time goes to lane 3, Oliver, 134.19. Dropping off is 137.01. Nice job, Oliver. Also, Cooper Wong in 2, dropping time, 138. Just swam a 134, 134.20. Nice job. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude this session. Let's go down and check in on the guys. Look at the camaraderie. Love that. So they're not even on the same team there. That's awesome. So the scoreboard is right above them. That's what they're kind of looking up at. All right, nice job, guys. All right, this is there's a better look at the timing pad. So that is a pad right there that drops into the pool. So like in the pool, that is it right there. And then that's that cord that comes up and ties in. All right. So if we say that they missed the pad, basically that is what, I don't know, 2 feet deep by the 2 meters, 2 meters wide. All right. All right. Again, this is Mike, Common Guy Sports. We're back for session 4 later. To all the dads out there, dads, granddads, uncles, stepdads, godfathers, happy Father's Day. To my kids, thank you for making me a dad, getting me involved in this great sport of swimming. So wish everybody the best. Again, we're back later. We'll see you soon. Take care.